Okay everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new, thank you for tuning in and I hope you enjoy this workout. Just so you know, I always include the full workout in the video description below, so make sure you check that out. And to kick off this workout, we are starting with some warm-up sets of cable rope tricep pull downs with a light weight. We just want to get the blood flowing, and then we're going to switch right into some cable bicep curls with the straight bar. And this is just to really get your muscles warm and get them to contract and prepare them for our workout. So I did a couple sets of this. So our first lift for this workout is going to be the seated Arnold press, and the reason this is called an Arnold press and not just an overhead press is because you turn your palms in to face your face instead of a normal overhead press where you would not turn your wrists inward like I'm doing right there. A normal press would just be up and down, but this actually targets the front part of your shoulder more. And it's a good thing to throw in if you have not tried it yet. So the next thing that I did during this workout is a close grip barbell bicep curl like you see here. And I did 3 sets, but what's different about this is each set I decreased the amount of reps I did. So this first set I did 12 reps with a lighter weight. I just had a 25-pound barbell. And then on this next set I had a 30-pound barbell and I did 10 reps. So I first did 12, then I did 10, and then my last set I did 8 reps and increased the weight to 35. It's like a reverse drop set, that's what it is. There's me doing the 35-pound, and that was pretty tough. I usually keep my rest time in between sets less than a minute max. But if you wait longer in between your sets, you'll be stronger for your next set. So now I'm heading into my barbell overhead skull crushers, and the trick to this is really how you set up. You have to make sure that you have a nice comfortable grip on the barbell and then lower yourself back onto the bench. And then the trick to this also is to focus on just moving your forearms. Don't move the upper part of your arm. You want to use your triceps to pull it back and not your lats. So focus on keeping your elbows exactly where they are and then just hinging at the elbows, and that should help you with this exercise. If this hurts your elbows, try bringing it up a little bit more. You can also do what I'm doing here, which is like a close grip press, but this is for a tricep. I like to burn out my triceps after doing the skull crushers with this sometimes. Notice how my elbows are by my side the whole time. That will ensure that you're using your triceps and not your chest for this. So the next exercise for this workout is standing lateral dumbbell raises for the medial part of your shoulder, which is the outside of your shoulder, the middle part. So I did 4 sets of these and about 12 reps for each set. And for these you really want to go light enough that you are going to use your shoulder, because if you go too heavy you tend to use momentum and use more of your back to get the weight up. So start out light if these are new for you, and then I always like to do like a couple cheating reps at the very end of my sets just to totally burn out my muscles. So I'll try to be really controlled at first through my set, and then I might do a couple at the end cheating, which means I'm using my momentum to get the weight up just to burn out my shoulder muscle the whole way. So then after that, we went into this is called a V-bar tricep pushdown, and the reason it's a V-bar is because that's the type of bar that I'm using. And here's a little trick for you. If you see this bar at your gym, try it. It allows you to use a lot more weight for your triceps than like the normal cable rope. And you can go heavy, heavy, heavy and really challenge your muscle. I like lifting heavy because I feel like that's where I get the most of my muscle growth. So I superset the tricep V-bar pushdown, with these hammer curls with the dumbbells. Hammer curls just means that you are not curling your wrist inward, you're keeping it straight, parallel with your body, and I superset the bicep curls with the tricep pushdowns. Whew, that's a mouthful. So the last thing I did for my shoulders was a posterior delt superset. I superset these kind of like leaning over reverse flies with the dumbbells. I'm going from underneath my legs. I'm sitting at the very edge of the bench. And this is really, really a mind to muscle exercise. Pretty much every posterior delt exercise is like, you have to really well, I do at least, I have to really focus on my posterior delt and make sure that that's what is contracting and pulling the weight up, because my traps just want to take over the world and they will just take over the weight and I won't get my posterior delts at all. So I have to really use my mind to muscle connection technique to hit my posterior delts. So I did those reverse flies and then I moved straight into this reverse or posterior delt machine. I'm just standing up because I like the angle that it gives me when I'm a little bit on top of the handle instead of like directly parallel with it. So I think I did 3 supersets of this posterior delt, and then for my final superset I moved into the cable rope pull downs, lighter weight than I used for the V-bar. And just a reminder, I always put the full workout in my video description, so don't worry about remembering everything because it's right there for you. And if you guys like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up and subscribe. That would mean the world to me. Subscribing, if you don't already know, it's totally free, and it just will give you a little notification whenever I post a video. But it really does help me a lot. So I would really appreciate that. Okay, so now I'm moving into the second part of that superset, and it is a straight bar bicep curl on the cable machine. So I did 3 rounds of this superset, and I did high reps. I think it was like 12 to 15 reps, maybe even 20, just to fully burn out my arms. I was super tired by the end of this one. I think you guys will like it.